here. I'm at Sow Exotic Nursery in Winter Haven, Florida, that specializes in producing, selling, and distributing all over the country rare and exotic fruits. So we're here to look at one particular guild of many that they have growing on the property. And what a guild is a way of plants growing in harmony and synchronicity to kind of create an ecosystem, a habitat, almost like a tiny mini forest. So the first tree we have here is called the queen palm, or the lady palm, has some other names, but it's very common in Florida. It grows all up and down the coastline and inland, and it has this beautiful looking little orange fruit here. And these orange fruits fall on the ground, fall in the water, and spread the seed of this palm tree like that. So what does a palm tree that has this fruit need in life? Well, it needs soil, right? So palm trees we think of as growing on sand often, but they still need some healthy soil. And to do that, there's other trees growing around it that help nurture that soil. So the one tree I want to show you next to this particular palm is called, this tree is called the tamarind tree. And the tamarind tree grows in India. Its native home is India. And it has a really delicious fruit growing on it. So this fruit is right here. This is not from this particular tree, it's still a young tree, but when fully matured, this tree will give delicious fruit like this. And this fruit reminds many people of a warhead, that little sour candy we used to eat as children, and it has the same kind of mix of sweet and sour. So the reason that the tamarind tree is helpful for this palm is it fixes nitrogen into the soil. You can see these kind of like oval shaped leaves, and this is very common to find on leguminous plants. And a legume is any kind of bean, really. So that includes things like peanuts and lentils, black beans, chickpeas, all legumes, which help bring this nitrogen. The air is something like 78% nitrogen that around us, but we as humans need plants to help fix the nitrogen. And the earth and other trees need nitrogen in the soil. So anyway, this tree brings the nitrogen out of the air and creates nitrogen in the soil. And the reason that's important is that all plants, all life need nitrogen. Now, the fruit from this tree is the evidence of it being a nitrogen fixer. You can see it looks like most bean pods, kind of reminds me of a carob tree. And yeah, and then the last plant I want to talk to you about is, I'm not exactly sure how to pronounce that, but I believe it is the ubu. And this vine growing here has actually, you can see all the way up at the top there, there's little pot looking things on it. And at first people are like, what is that? Is that a potato in the air? And the thing is, it actually is an air potato. So that's the other name for this, is an air potato. It's a type of yam, really, not technically a potato, but it's a type of yam that grows on a vine. And this vine is creating it needs a trellis, right? So we know other plants need trellises, but this plant needs a trellis to hang from. So this palm tree that it was growing next to it is the perfect trellis for it. So there you have it. We have our three fruit. We got tamarind, sweet and sour, queen palm, not very edible, but kind of tasty if you can boil off the top of it. And we have ubu, air potato. And these three plants work together great to make the soil rich, to make the life grow, and also to make our tummies happy. That's all we have for this time.